Styling. So, welcome to a blustery morning out here at the River House, although the flowers are in bloom. You know, it's been a wild week or so. The concrete is in. That was more expensive and more work, as always, than expected. 27 yards in the end, though I ended up paying for 28 because it's not concrete if there's not a yard on the ground, right? I felt like I had to make some really hard choices that people aren't gonna probably wanna take at face value, and you know, like most of you, I'm sure I've watched what's gone on in the world with a little bit of horror and how people have responded to what's going on with even more horror. And I don't know. So I'm gonna go up and handle depression the way I always have, with hard work and repression. So I suppose we might as well get on it. I gotta go pull all the gates rods and pop all the form boards off if I can. You know, this is the third day since the pour. On the second day I cut all the ties, and with luck a lot of the stuff is relaxed and I can just go peel it off. I have my son's metal detector pinpointer to help me find screws, and then Shay and I made these little scratch-alls so I can hopefully clean out the screw heads and remove them, because I still think that doing that will be faster than trying to break it all up. And you know, the concrete's still pretty green, so I don't want to lean on it too hard. But yeah, let's get this crappy day on with, huh? Here's how it looks after 3 days. It didn't pop loose as much as I like, but I'm gonna go down and see if I can get those gates rods out, get these uprights off. They're all unscrewed, and then sort of see what happens. Well, this is the end of day 2 of stripping concrete forms. Although I spent a good part of the morning building a jib for the excavator so that I can crane in the beams, since Dad's hurt and I can't lift my arm much higher than my shoulder right now. And beams are heavy. We got a lot more stripped off. More to go for sure. I only found 2 things that I really am not happy with. The water drain system worked, but I have got a hole all the way through that one. And a hole all the way through that one. The second truck, when it came in, the mix was way too dry. Way too dry. And I guess it went through the pump, but I mean, it was brutal trying to rod and settle and mix it. Dang near killed us. And I was concerned it wasn't flowing underneath the vents, and it turns out that concern was valid. I don't know whose fault it was. I suppose concrete plant, the driver. I mean, he knew we were pumping. And we had one of them come in way too sloppy too. There's that joint. However, I do know that it was rotted, you know, very well in the column there. And there's 3. There's a run of rebar right here. There's a run of rebar right there. And there's actually 2 runs of rebar down at the bottom. I can see I got a vertical crack right through there. Goes all the way up right through here. I mean, concrete cracks, that's just a given. It always does, but that don't mean it's not strong as hell, and Lord knows it's way thicker than it needs to be. So here's hoping. I mean, I cut a channel in that for this. It's pinned. There's vertical rods coming up out of it. There's another one. I don't know what to tell you. It's been 5 days. I suspect it'll be okay. With as much steel as in this, it'll be okay. That was the point of overkill. But yeah, I think Shay and I are gonna go home, and I'll edit some videos, maybe even this one. But from all of us out here at the River House, to all of you, thanks for watching.